Okay, y'all, let's do some yoga. Step to the top of your mat, shoulders back, palms facing forward. Make any movements to warm yourself up before we start. Big head circles, slowly in both directions. Arms up over your head, slight back bend, then fall forward. Bend your right knee, then your left knee. Halfway lift. Flatten your back. Forward fold. Slowly rise. Back to Samastiti. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart, arms over your head, and then cross your left leg over your right and lean off to the right, feeling a deep stretch down the left side of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to the center. Step your right leg over your left. Balance it out. Lean off to the left. Feel a deep stretch down the right side of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to the center. Arms down by your side, shake it out. Big shoulder circles. Twist your torso off to the right, shake your fingers. Then twist off to the left, balancing your stretch, warming up your spine. Any movements, twist back to the right, back to the left. Maybe circles with your wrist. Back together, arms above your head, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step with your right leg back into a high plank, knees down, and let's come into child's pose. Arms stretched out above us, hands flat on the mat. Deep inhale. Fill your back with air. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands off to the right. Put your left palm over your right. Let that left shoulder get heavy. Feel a deep stretch down the left side of your body. Exhale. Let's walk our hands off to the left. Balancing out the stretch, feeling it down our right side. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, come back to the center. And come up to all fours. Hips over your knees. And let's do a couple cat-cows. Arch your chest forward into cow. Puff your back up into cat. Make any movements that feel good here. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. Maybe come down onto your right forearm. Stretching that lower part of your back. Come up, switch forearms. Stretch that lower right hand part of your back. Inhale. Exhale. Now come back to the center. Let's wiggle our torso. Look back to your right hip. Feel that stretched on the left side of your torso. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, look back at your left hip. Back to the center. Maybe rock back and forth in your cat. And do some big wrist circles in one direction and the other. We're doing an extra big warm-up today so that we protect our back and help release any of that tension that's caught up in there. When you're ready, slowly walk those palms forward. We'll come down into puppy pose. If your hips aren't over your knees, just push those hips forward like I just did to fix your alignment. Inhale. Exhale. Without moving your body, bring your hands up so just your fingertips are on the ground like you're playing the piano. Breathe. On your next inhale, come up onto your elbows. Curl those toes under and we'll push up into dolphin pose. Pushing our shoulders back towards our knees. Then we'll lift that left leg into the air. Big ankle circles. Exhale down. Inhale, bring that right leg into the air. Balancing ankle circles. Exhale down. And then slowly make your way back to child's pose. This time, arms back by our feet, palms facing the sky. Deep inhale. Let's set an intention for this practice. Pick one word. Repeat it to yourself. Inhale, rise. Let's come back to all fours. Then lift your right arm into the sky. And then bend that right arm behind your left hip, palm facing away from your body. Inhale, straighten your arm back. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left arm into the sky. Exhale, bend it behind your right hip, palm facing away from your body. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm back up into the sky. And then this time, let's thread our arm through and come down and stretch that shoulder muscle. If it feels comfortable, you can straighten out that left arm and just breathe. Maybe lift your fingers up like in piano pose again. And then bring that arm back to your chest. Lift that right arm to the sky. Come back to all fours. Lift your left arm up. And we'll do a balancing needle thread. If you straightened out that arm on the other side, straighten your right arm here. Maybe lift up into those piano fingers. Deep stretch in your shoulder. Right arm back by your shoulder. Lift your left arm back up to the sky. Back to all fours. And then just wiggle it out. Wiggle your torso, whatever feels good. We're waking up that back, stretching it all out. Now curl those toes under, and let's push up into our first downward facing dog. Make any movements that feel good here. Maybe bend your knees, straightening one leg, bending the other. Inhale. Exhale. Roll forward, and let's step to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Slowly rise, arms up, slight back bend, forward fold. Let's bring those feet hip width distance apart again. Really bend those knees, maybe grab your opposite elbows, and let's just shake it out on our back. Let your neck and your spine hang heavy. Maybe move to the right. Move to the left. Working out that lower back here. Shake it out. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift again. Let's let our left arm come out in front of us, right arm behind us. Make a perfect straight line. Palms facing the ground. Forward fold, come down. Inhale back up, the opposite side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, arms behind us, palms facing the sky. Exhale down, inhale up, arms in front of us, palms facing the ground. Exhale, forward fold, shake it out. Inhale, rise. And we'll come back to the top of our mat, Samastiti. Shoulders back. Maybe a couple more shoulder circles here. In one direction, and then the other. And when you're ready, bring your palms to heart center. Think of your intention. Slowly bend your knees. Then lift your right leg slightly. Step back into a low lunge. Then lower your right knee to the ground. Flatten that leg behind you. When you've got a good base, lift your arms up into a crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, fall forward. Curl your toe under, lift your knee. Step to the top of your mat, but don't let your right leg touch the ground. Try to lift it up. Then we'll step back again into goddess. Knees bent over your ankles. Inhale, rise into a triangle pose at the back of your mat. Left arm is in the sky. Look up at your left hand. Breathe. Exhale, lower your left hand down to your ankle. Inhale, lift your right arm into the sky. Reverse triangle. Look up at your right hand. Exhale, lower your right hand down to your ankle. Bend your right knee. Lower your left knee to the ground. And we'll do a balancing crescent lunge towards the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms forward. Curl your left toe under and let that right leg meet you back into the high plank. Lower your knees down. Hatha Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Bring that right leg forward. Left foot is parallel with the back of the mat, and we'll lift up into Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Switch positions. Bring your Warrior Two to the top of the mat. Inhale, reverse. Check your alignment, knee over your ankle. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Pinwheel your arms down, and then we'll step to the top of our mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. Palms facing forward. Lift your right knee into the air. Ooh. Ooh. And then cross that right ankle over your left knee into a cross-legged chair. Find your Drizzy gaze on the ground. Breathe. Exhale, lower your hands to the ground and undo that right leg. Lift it up into the air into a standing half split. Point your toes. Exhale, swing it around. Don't let it touch the ground. Come back into Goddess. Eagle your arms. Push those elbows up into the sky. Lower your hips further. Breathe. Switch your arms. Balance out the stretch. Inhale, rise. Lean off to the right. We'll open back up into that triangle. Exhale, lower your left arm down. Inhale, lift that right arm up into the sky, reverse triangle. Inhale, fingers spread wide. Exhale, lower your right arm down, bend your right knee. When you've got a good base, step up on your right leg. Lift that left leg into the sky into the balancing standing split. Point that left foot. Exhale, slowly bring it around. Oop. Until you're super careful and lift it up into a half moon. Left leg in the sky, flexed foot, left arm up in the sky. Maybe bend that right knee just slightly. And when you've got a good base, if it's possible, bend your left leg and try to grab that foot. Look at the ground for balance. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, release. Stretching, standing split. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Slowly rise. Arms above our head. Slight back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Step your left leg back into a high plank, knees down, Hatha Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring that left leg forward. Rise into a triangle pose. Right arm into the sky, look up at your hand. Fingers spread wide. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your right arm to meet your ankle. Lift your left arm into the sky. Reverse triangle. Exhale, lower your left hand down and stand up on your left foot. Right leg in the sky, flex your foot, right arm into the sky into a balancing half moon. Maybe bend your left knee just a tiny bit for balance. And once you've got your base, bend that right knee. Let that right hand come back. Connect your foot and your hand together. Find your Dristy case. Exhale, release. Hands down to the ground. Right leg into the sky, standing split. Bring your right leg down to meet your left, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Step your right leg back, lift up into Warrior Two. Make any adjustments that you need. Left knee over your left ankle. Reverse. Straighten that left leg. Bend your right knee, Warrior Two to the front. Inhale, reverse. Get that right knee over your right ankle. Exhale, pinwheel down. Right leg meets the left, high plank, knees down. Hatha Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. Roll forward. Step to the top of your mat. Slowly rise. Lift your left leg. Cross that left ankle over your right knee. Ooh. Into a balancing cross-legged chair. Find that Drizzy gaze. Breathe. Exhale, lower your hands to the ground. Lift that left leg up into a balancing split. Point your toe. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, bring that right leg back into the sky once more. Then lower your leg. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Slowly rise. Shoulders back. Do a couple shoulder circles here. Then we'll come into chair pose. Hands at heart center. Twist off to the right. Breathe. Open your arms up like a book. Right arm high into the sky, fingers spread wide. Breathe. Exhale, fold it down. Hands back up to the center, twist off to the left. Balance it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open your arms up, fingers spread wide. Exhale, fold down into forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Feet hip width distance apart again. Bend those knees. Let's shake out that spine and that neck. Left and right. Any last little movements here that feel good. And then we'll slowly rise, one vertebrae at a time. Back into chair pose. Hold it. And then we'll slowly lower down until we come all the way down to the ground. Take a resting moment here in corpse pose. Think of your intention. Let's bring our knees to our chest, hands on our knees. Let's make big circles in one direction. And then the other way. Just massaging our back. Squeeze your eyeballs to your knees. Squeeze. And then release your feet to the ground. Fingertips just barely touching your heels. Bend your knees. We'll lift up into a low bridge. Look to the sky. Push your hips up. Breathe. Exhale, lower. Bring your knees back to your chest. Maybe open up into happy baby here. Really massaging all parts of your back. Maybe bring your feet up towards your head. Come back into that low bridge position. This time when we lift up, We'll interlace our fingers underneath our hips, pushing those hips as high as we can to the sky. Breathe. Exhale, lower to the ground. Knees to your chest. Back into happy baby. Any little movements, maybe bring those feet over your head. Straight legs if you can. Breathe. And then holding onto our little toes, we'll slowly come from over our head. Bring your feet back down to the ground. Let the soles of your feet touch. Knees fall open into butterfly. Grab underneath your quads, and then we'll slowly inch our head to where our crown is touching the ground, with our chest puffing up into the air for fish pose. If it's possible, cross your legs or lotus your legs. Feel the pressure on your throat. Breathe. Slowly release. Slowly lift those legs into the air. Let your hands balance on your hips. Point your toes. Feel all the blood rushing out of your legs. If you can, cross your legs over into a half lotus. Quads are parallel with the ground. And then slowly lower those knees to either side of your head. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Modified plow pose. Breathe. Feel the pressure on the top of your back. And when you're ready, we'll slowly release one vertebrae at a time until you sit up. Clasp your hands behind your knees. We'll roll back and forth just a couple times. Come back onto your back. Bring your knees into the air, and then let's let those knees fall down to the right into a gentle supine twist. Spread your arms out to either side. Look off to the left. And just get heavy here. On your next inhale, slowly bring those knees back up to the center and let them fall down to the left. Look off to the right, balancing your supine twist. On your next inhale, bring your knees back up to the center. Hands on your knees. Let's do some last little circles here. Last small little massage. And then come all the way down. Preparing yourself for Shavasana. Soften your forehead, soften your jaw, release any tension from your shoulders, your hips, your legs, your feet. Just sink into the mat. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bend that right knee, shift your hip off to the right. Let's roll over onto our left side. Let that right hand rest in front of your belly in the fetal position. Think of your intention. And when you're ready, straighten out that right leg. Using your right hand, close your eyes, slowly push up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Do a couple more seated cat-cows, last little stretches here. Last little shoulder circles. And then bring your palms to heart center. Think of your intention. Bring your palms to third eye center. Down to your heart, bow your head. And down to your knees, Agayan Mudra. Namaste.